Ich habe das Gefühl, der kann man nur einmal pro Tag sammeln. Okay. Dann schauen wir mal, ob wir Sachen abgeben können. Ja, da war Katze. Oh, Ellie. Perfect timing. This is for you. My beef bread. Have you forgotten? I promised to treat you. So I bought a few extras when I went to Anne's restaurant. Oh yes, that's right. I'll save it. But hear me out, Ellie. I encouraged him to keep making it when I went to buy beef bread. The sparkler wine Arden used to produce was suburb. Was unrivaled, but he insisted he would never make it again. If only I could enjoy a glass of it after a long hard day of hammering. Why has he stopped making it? He said no matter how he tried, he couldn't reproduce the same flavor, so he told me not to get my hopes up. Is that all? Right? Although he sells other kinds of liquor, they are nowhere near as good as sparkler wine. So I've been trying to persuade him, but he just won't listen. Is this wine really so good? That's a given. It tastes marvelous. Just thinking about it it makes me crave it. Everyone who loves the drink seems to think the same way. That's because they've all fallen under the spell of drink. It's not as bad as you think. The thought of wine makes my arm run too weak to hammer. Oh, it's still not working. Ellie, if you ever visit Anne's restaurant, would you help me ask whether sparkler wine will be sold again? I'll be sure to ask for you. We would be in a hole if you went on strike because you weren't getting enough wine. Ha! Atta girl, Ellie. I knew I could count on you. Oh. Moment, mein Controller ist leer. So. Village Cat. Quest. You've gathered everything already? That was fast. Alright, I will start working on it tomorrow. I'm listening. Das war der zweite Quest. So. Kyla, here, 2 little mandrakes. Oh, thank you. I knew I could depend on you, Miss Witch. I've tried to do it on my own a couple times, but I couldn't manage. I thought I was going to go deaf. I'm just more surprised you did it, knowing what would happen. Are the distilled spirits ready? Of course. I've also gotten the special item ready. Oh, does it need any other items? Of course. Now we have all we need. Let's get started. But the little mandrakes will scream even during the production. Can you handle that? That's why I got another kind of potion. Earplug potion. Isn't this just wine? Nah. Don't you know that wine's an excellent medicine? Excellent stuff. No one can stop a drinker like you. Otherwise, why would there be stories of alcoholics who drank their families into ruin and despair? I'm a repairman of houses, so my house won't become ruins. Wonderful. Let's get started on what we need to do. Now, add the little mandrakes. Oh no, their skin fell off. Oh my, you've got a really loud voice for such a tiny critter. So Ellie, can you hear this happy song? So this is the reason why the professors say say not to make illegal potions. Especially if it's just a potion by name. Come, try a glass. This taste. The rush is coming. This energy. Does it really work? Delicious. I am not asking you what it tastes like. I'm Kyla, the strongest person in the world. I believe I can fly. Should we stop her before this gets out of hand? Forget it. The potion of courage is starting to take hold. Doesn't seem to have much to do with courage. Ellie, the most important thing about wine is the taste of it. The taste. Everything else isn't important. Hey, pretty Ellie, come have a glass. Oh, right. You aren't old enough. Well then, let me see. Let's eat some drinking snacks then. This is some chocolate I've been keeping for a special occasion. Here, for you only, Ellie. Mud chocolate? This does take gumption to eat. And also something more solid. Here, have some of this butter. Kyla, my tummy is full to bursting. What? That won't do, of course it won't do. Then take this home for after. Dried meat I cut and made myself. Eat much and grow up fast so we can be drinking buddies, little Miss Witch. Oh, now I've made a potion. Am I a witch like you, Ellie? Ha, maybe. Though I'm a little worried about the effects of the potion. Ah, great. It's all thanks to you, my witchy friend. But it's best to leave the potions to us witches, Kyla. What? I suppose witches are the pros. What about me? I'm a craftsman of wine. The whiff of liquor was far too strong. I've got to go, Kyla. Do you have to leave so soon? Alright then. Until next time, my witchy friend. Okay. Können auf jeden Fall mit Aden reden. Aden, do you know the cats that sometimes come to the village? Cats? You mean those small animals that walk on four legs? Yep, the ones that have a nose and ears and go meow. This explanation is unasked for. Of course I know those annoying creatures. So you don't like cats, Arden? I would say I'm uninterested. Not even when you see them wandering the village. Those brats sometimes steal my pre-cut fruit. They can eat a bit of unprocessed ones if they have to, but the pre-cut ones, that's cheeky. Well, I'm afraid you can't expect cats to know manners. But it sounds like you do pay attention to them, Arden. I've been telling you that I have no interest in cats. Find Drabram if you want to discuss cats. I've had enough. I'm not selling. But I haven't said a single word. Aren't you here to get me to sell sparkler wine? Correct. See? Don't be like that. Why have you stopped selling it? Did you lose the recipe? There was never a recipe to begin with. Wait, no. I think there was, but now it's gone. What do you mean? I've never said I wouldn't sell liquor anymore. Since the prickly ones brought it, the water's changed, and no matter what I do, the flavor's just not right. Kyla's just being unreasonable. Which is to say, Kyla won't like the new taste of the wine? Maybe? Then why not try making new kinds of liquor? That's too much of a bother. Do you know anything about liquor? I'm an expert when it comes to twinkle twinkle shoes. I've had to brew moonshine before. You're no help at all. I haven't reached the drinking age, okay? How about this? I will go find some wines Kyla might like. And you make it, Arden. Then go ask the others who can imbibe. Kann man dich fragen? Okay. This is a very, very cool hero living here. Rubrum, have you seen any cats coming to the village? Cats? Yeah, a cat recently came to my door. I wonder whether it visits the village too. Well, I don't know which cat you're talking about. But cats do come to the village. I know some of them. What? There are more than one cat? Yep. Some would stay by me for a while. But they never stay for long, which is a shame. Wow, that means you get along with some cats. They don't often come here, I would say. But we will more likely become friends with them if we see them often, don't we? The cats stopped visiting the village because of the prickly vines. That's why I only see them occasionally. That's why you didn't have much chance to socialize with them, Rubrum. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with those cats and the adults who have left. That being said, a mid-aged man seems to come from time to time to take care of the cats. A mid-aged man? Uh-huh. I don't know him, and he never stays for long. I sometimes see him on my way to the temple, which is north to my home, but I've never seen his face properly. Is that so? Maybe he has left he has left something for the cats at the temple. I don't know. I rarely play in that area. Alright, thank you, Rubrum. I will check it out. Enid, may I ask you a question? Hello, Ellie. What is it? I wish to learn about the relationship between the villagers and cats. Cats? What kind of cats are we talking about? A cat recently came to my door. I wish to know where it lives. And also whether there are cat lovers in the village. I see. As you've probably noticed, there are many cats in the village, although they stopped coming after the prickly vines appeared. Some seem to have returned. Is that so? Then does any of the villagers keep cats? No one in the village keeps them. They just roam around as they want. I see. I thought they were house cats of someone in the village. They are not, but they get fed from time to time. I myself also fed them when it strikes me. The cat at my door probably lives nearby. That's likely the case, although I don't know those cats well enough to tell them apart. What a pity. I hope somebody knows the one at my door. Speaking of which, a stranger seems to visit the village every once in a while to look after the cats. I've never met him myself, so I can't describe him. Still, I know he's left some traces. Traces? You mean a stranger stays in the village from time to time to look after the cats? So it seems, but that's all I know. I see. Thank you for telling me about it, Enid. Ask around, but none of the villagers keeps a cat. Someone feeds the cats occasionally, but nothing else. That cat didn't look close to the villagers in the first place. Doesn't that make becoming friends with it an even more remarkable feat? Anyway, at least we found out that someone had been taking care of these cats until recently. The person Rubrum mentioned, a mid-aged man he doesn't know. Right, Rubrum said he saw the man at the temple entrance north of the village. So you want to check it out. Waiting for him there doesn't sound like a good idea to me. He may never show up. But we don't have any other lead. Alright, let's go. Liquor just like tea. It only goes down well when it smells good. A good aroma makes everyone feel better even before drinking it. Seems like anything that's delicious smells good. Yes, so it isn't really that novel to make wine with tea leaves. Make wine with tea leaves? Some people will use anything they can get their hands on to make wine with. It worked pretty well when I tried it with some silver stubble I found in the green forest. All this reminiscing is making me misty-eyed. When I was young, I thought that only liquor with high alcohol content was the real deal and downed a lot of it. But after I returned to the village with my husband, I started making milder drinks. Opened my bottle of the sparkling wine so that the gardens filled with its aroma. Do you have something to say? Gott, das ist so viel. Okay. Ja, ist okay. Ich würde nur ganz kurz mit der Kyla reden, wegen dem Wein. Fine wines? There are plenty of them. What's your poison of choice, Kyla? Wines with a bitter aftertaste that lingers on the tongue. Mild wines should be enjoyed in a nice moody setting. Sweet dessert wines aren't really my thing, but they are good once in a while. I'm starting to think you just like drinking as long as it's alcohol, Kyla. You got that right. But if I had to pick one, I would go for wines with a bitter aftertaste. I spent all day sweating by a fire. A mouthful of that would be like heaven. Can almost feel my mouth watering. Well, Enid mentioned that the leaves of the splash carrot are especially bitter. Is the wine made out of that any good? Mit wem muss ich noch reden, damit ich die Quest mache? Muss ich mit ihm selber auch reden? So the adult you were looking high and low for is me? After all, you're an adult, Arden. I suppose if we're talking body size. So Arden, what's a good wine to you? A sweet wine seems good. Really? Why? They're saying that the harder a person's life, the sweeter the wine. I thought you wouldn't like sweet wines. I don't know where you got that from. I just have this feeling that there used to be someone very fond of sweeter wines. Sounds like a good chance to make some fruit wine. There's plenty of granable growing around the village, which would be a good ingredient. Great, then this should do the trick, I guess. Sweet wine, bitter wine, fragrant wine. There are so many kinds of wines. This is why wine aficionados get wasted every day. Will Arden's restaurant have so many ingredients in stock? Arden only sells meat dishes. Maybe he's got a secret menu. Doesn't look like it. Let me see. A sweet wine, that would be cranable. The bitter wine is splash carrot and the fragrant silver stubble. I'll take some away. Take 3 of each. Okay. 3 Karotten und 3 von dem anderen Dingsbums. Did you see that? Those books and apples scattered on the ground. Go to the place mentioned by Rabram. It's weird that these stuff are left all over the ground, is it? But Rabram said that the man looked busy. If he was busy, he might not have had time to put things in order. You have a point. Anyway, let's see what these stuffs are. Rachel, look at this book. Isn't it cute? The title is adorable too. Cat Befriending Operation. Operation, it says. This messy handwriting looks like a child's doing, but Rabram said he's an adult. Maybe it was just an adult with not so great handwriting. Look at this. His drawing. It's even worse than mine. It's a disaster. Is this really a cat? He must be a devoted abstract artist. This guy, he must be really eager to make friends with the cats. He's recorded various cats, just like me filling up my encyclopedia. But most of the pages are blank. Maybe he didn't have the time, or they didn't like him. I guess I can fill the blank pages for him. It's decided. I'm going to make a cat encyclopedia. Where is this idea coming from? From our shared passions for cats. We both want to get closer to cats. Well, honestly speaking, this idea isn't that bad. And look at this. This cranapple has cat bite marks. A little bit of it is eaten. Perhaps a cat tried to eat it but gave up halfway. So, cats here also eat grindapus. She never thought about it. What do cats eat? Find the answer and write it in the encyclopedia. Alright, let's tell Robram about the discovery first. Must be sitting on the edge of his chair now. Can't be that curious.